This is big. day, another piece of government claptrap. Honestly, Alex, sometimes I can't believe how far we've fallen. Or more accurately, how low this government has brought us. Still, best to get on with it, I suppose. We've had a few problems with the machinery lately. No doubt you've noticed. Locked buttons, screens flickering on and off, sparks and the like. I'm sure you'll manage without issue. Oh, and don't forget, you've got free reign of the SFX buttons now. Make sure to use them whenever they'd be appropriate.
It's Lil C's Lil Chats. And tonight, the former singer is asking Dr. Adrian Atkinson-Blimey what he's been up to since the cancellation of Incisors. Apparently, it's mainly jigsaws and arson. At midnight, it's the full territorial weather, fertility and birth report. And that's followed at 12:20 by the Glenfinnan Valley Male Voice Choir, debuting their first professional performance of the new territorial anthem to bring tonight's programming.
How old are you then, Cole? Okay, here we go. Big smiles.
I've actually gained a year. I celebrated 44 last year,
and
it's actually this year.
For the nightly show.
Brilliant.
You're 44.
I'm going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening and welcome
Spice it up with some audience responses, Alex.
I'm Megan and I'm joined as always by the inimitable Robin and Patrick. How are we?
Well, we have got so much going on tonight. I'm excited.
I'd say I'm about a 12, Megan.
On the excitement scale?
Yeah, exactly. We have got so much SoCo stuff coming up.
We sure do. We have celebrity chef Jordan Rankley, who will be cooking up a storm.
We'll be announcing the winners of our big competition, Visions of the Future.
And we'll be joined by a special guest for a game of Wheel of Truth. And I'll even be showing you how to make your own Leaders' Day gifts. We've got all of that and so much more tonight on The Nightly Show.
And tight.
Coming to you live from the Channel 1 buildings in the heart of the capital. It's The Nightly Show.
Right, let's have some applause on the way into the next section.
Cases by Chef Jordan Rankley. But first, we know you love them. So Robin's going to give us an update on our lovely Nightly Show pets in Pet Corner.
Fine, suit yourself.
Well, Megan, first up we have our hamster, Lord Cheeks. Now, he's a squat winter grey with a scientific name, Adipem stultus, and he lives here with us in this cage. Hamsters love hoarding, and they actually have special pouches in their cheeks for storing food. He loves carrots, apples, and chewing tobacco. Now, hamsters are nocturnal, so we'll do our best not to wake him up. But let's just see if we can... Oh. Well, the door has been left open. It looks as though Lord Cheeks has actually gone for a little wander, but I'm sure he will be around here somewhere. In the meantime, let's say hello to our tortoise. Now, after last month's viewer vote, she is now, of course, called Slow Barbara. And don't panic, even though it is December, Babs here doesn't actually hibernate. Let's say hello. Oh, she's sleeping. Oh. Babs? Well, those are our Nightly Show pets, Megan, both alive and well. Back to you.
Don't forget the SFX buttons.
Check in on them, or some very similar animals at the same time tomorrow. Now then, I hope you're hungry, because if not, you're about to be. Patrick Bannon is with Chef Jordan Rankley, and they're going to be showing us how to knock up a delicious apple pie. It's time to go into the kitchen.
Into the kitchen.
That's right, and I'm joined here by Chef Jordan Rankley. Welcome to the Nightly Show kitchen. How does it compare to the kitchens you're used to?
I love the colours. It's vibrant, it's fresh. It's fun about all the arseholes. Yes?
Sorry?
What?
So, you own 6 restaurants. You've been awarded 9 Ballon Massifs across your career, and you've worked alongside the best chefs in the world. Tonight you've got me. Are you worried? Tonight you've got me.
Am I fucking worried? Are you worried? Are you fucking worried?
Yes. So, what are we making today, Chef?
So, we've got a family over for Leaders' Day. They're hungry. We're going to make them a delicious apple pie.
Ooh, lovely.
It's got sweetness, it's got the acidity of the fruit, and then get the richness of that pastry. Incredible.
Wow, okay, so where do we start?
So we're going to start by making our filling. So we've got about 1 kilogram of fresh cooking apples here. Fucking beautiful. And we're going to slice these up perfectly. And then straight into the pan.
So, your new show, Demon Kitchen Heart Eater, starts on Friday here on Channel 1. So, tell us about that.
So, teams of young chefs come into my kitchen, and one by one I destroy them emotionally. And if there's time, I teach them some basic knife skills. Fuck me, Patrick. What are you doing?
What?
Shit. Is that how you cut? Fuck, you'll lose a fucking finger.
Don't worry, I've got spares. Right, so once we've done that, we set these aside whilst we make the pastry.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Sugar, butter. We mix that together, and then a whole egg. What are you doing, you fucking donkey? What are you doing? Are your brains the size of that fucking egg?
Oh, no, Chef.
No. Shit. Right. Mix that with a wooden spoon and work in that flour, okay? Work that into a nice ball of dough, just like that.
So, what does the notoriously fierce Jordan Rankley do to unwind?
Bed. What's that? What is that?
Well, it's a bit lumpy.
Lumpy? It could fucking pass for a sack of spuds. Touch that. Touch it. Yeah? Touch it. Pathetic. Yeah? That goes into chill. Now, we're mixing our filling. Apples, sugar, cinnamon.
So, you own 6 restaurants across 5 territories. Which is your favourite?
Are you mixing that or fucking it? What? Are you going to light a candle? Take it out to dinner? Fucking mix it for fuck's sake. Right, now we're rolling out 2/3 of our pastry. Bit of flour into the dish.
And the filling goes next, right?
Lovely. Okay. Then we're taking the remaining pastry, rolling that into a round, and that goes on the top. Beautiful.
Lovely. Okay.
Right. Brush a bit of water around the rim. Beautiful. Now press gently all the way around. And we're cutting 5 slashes very carefully for the steam. And then brushing the whole thing with a beaten egg.
Lovely. Okay. Ta-da! What do you think?
Oh my God. You, come here, you. That's a disgrace. I'd rather jam my eyeballs up my fucking arse than look at that. I'd rather use my tongue to tie my shoes after the fucking shit-kicking contest. Do you understand?
Then it goes in the oven for 45 minutes.
Oh, put your fucking head in the oven while you're at it. Useless. You! Come here, you! You're the worst fucking thing to happen to food since cyanide. Do you know that? I tell you what. Fuck off! Get the fuck out of here! Fuck off!
Yes, okay, well, while I do that, let's go now to Megan and Robin, who will be announcing the winners of our competition. Visions of the Future.
A bit more audience reaction would be nice, Alex.
Well, that looks delicious. If you want to follow along at home, then make sure you write in with a stamped, addressed envelope and we'll send you the fact sheet. So, Robin, look at all these amazing entries to the Vision of the Future competition.
Yes, we challenged you to show us your predictions of the future, and we were just inundated with entries, weren't we, Megan? From wacky inventions to global problem solving, they are all amazing, and we had the best time looking through each one.
And we had so tough narrowing it all down, so we have some amazing runners-up. In 3rd place, drum roll please, we have Hamish, who's 3 from Lunwelly. He calls this still life and the future of God, and it really blew us away. Just look at the line work here, and I can really feel every passionate stroke of the brush.
If you look here, you'll see a beautifully rendered, what I thought at first was a smiley face or perhaps a cat. But I think if you really look, you'll see it's actually a representation of the sin and futility of death through the eyes of the living.
Indeed. He's also chosen to just leave a lot of it blank, which I think is really interesting. If you know Hamish and his work, of course, he loves focusing on the negative space rather than the image itself.
Stunning, absolutely stunning, and such talent from one so young, Megan. But next up we have our second place entry. So in second, drum roll please, we have Keith, 41 from Dungleys. Keith, we were sort of aiming this towards our younger viewers, but still, he has sent in his idea of the future, which he's calling Ravaged Earth.
Indeed, he says in his really rather detailed notes, deprived of basic resources, society will resort to a brutal system of weekly battles to the death, where only the victor may breed. He also says at the bottom here, either that or about the same, but maybe a bit worse.
I really love his attention to detail. You can see the sort of gladiatorial arena, and then what I can only assume is Keith himself pulling off this chap's head and shouting, "Come back to me, Linda!" Oh, Keith. Maybe if you spent more time outdoors and less time entering children's competitions, she might not have left.
Special one there. And finally, of course, it's time to reveal our winner. All our runners-up will receive a day out at an inflatable Happy Land on an industrial estate just off the A40. Sorry about that, Keith. But our lucky winner will win the chance to spend the day at the Department of Change to see how our teammates are actually making an impact at the end. And the winner is, drum roll please.
Oh, happy with that.
You're 8 years old and you are from Smugly. We absolutely love your picture here. People's Parade. You've got folks walking together, just really celebrating the diversity of our society.
You've got people with all different flags, people celebrating their religion and their bodies, and there's even a game of sports board happening over here. That or some overzealous littering. It's hard to tell.
I love these robots having a little bit of a dance, getting involved in the party, aren't they? This one seems to have gone a bit haywire in what I can only assume is an ominous sign of things to come.
Well, if our winners have inspired you to make some artwork of your own, do keep sending them in, and yours could be displayed in our gallery here.
Well done again to everyone who took part. We're going to take a break now, but when we come back, we'll be playing the Wheel of Truth and making some lovely homemade gifts. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Right, from what I can tell, the machine's getting a bit worse for wear there, Alex. I expect things will be deteriorating even more in this next segment, so be careful. I'm going to drop off for a moment and hand in some footage that needs my urgent attention.
Or 6 degrees.
I'm on the bus.
As we head towards
tonight.
Leaders' Day later in
I'll
the
get
week,
cards
there's a
arranged for you both.
100% chance of
Find me
festivity.
when you're done and I'll take you
as
out
we saw
for the, loading
42
day.
births today, a daily record of 4% fertility. Dwarfed, however, by a massive 9% fertility rate here in Territory 2, who saw an unbelievable 191 births today. Though a nasty cold snap brings bitter winds overnight, so not all sunshine and rainbows. No rainbows in sight over Territories 3 and 4, as a Category 2 storm warning means we advise our residents to spend their Leaders' Weekend indoors. Though we're sure the happy parents of the 12 new children in Territory 3 will be thanking their lucky stars for an excuse to stay home. Though, of course, nothing to do with stars, more of a hot air, cold air thing. Next, this front of warm smiles heads across Territory 5, who are still under a blanket of snow. Surely there'll be celebratory snowmen there tonight, as they also hit an impressive fertility peak of 23 new arrivals. And finally, an honourable mention to our team members of T7 with a stunning result showing 146 births and clear blue skies.
Yes, grandmother's arsehole. Much better.
As
we will hit freezing temperatures overnight.
Attention, please. Sarah just needs a word.
Apparently there's been some sort of disturbance in the studio. Now I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I wanted to let you know that I've asked for extra security and they're already on their way.
Join your regional news team in your
10
territory.
seconds, so positions and
I'm
pose.
Wishing you this time you've said it. All our precious
Last thing, and we're going in 5, 4, 3.
Has the audience gone to sleep? Remember the SFX buttons.
Can't wait to taste Patrick's pie.
I don't know, I think I could wait.
Well, here it is, fresh out the oven.
Well, it does look amazing. Jordan, how did our Patrick do?
Well, let's just say that pie's got more crust than my grandmother's arsehole.
Well, thank you for that. Well, come on, try it. Dig in.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's really something, Patrick. Delicious. Really something, Patrick. Delicious. But now you better go and get ready for that next feature. Every night we play a game of Wheel of Truth with our celebrity guests. But I know what you're thinking. Megan, we've only got one celeb guest. We'll observe, viewers, well observed. Well then, I better bring her out.
Oh, she will pay for this.
What do you think? Here she is, best-selling author, lawyer and thinker. Oh, and she's only the blooming team leader. It's Julia Salisbury.
Prime Minister Julia Salisbury.
Oh, welcome, Julia. So good to see you.
Oh, Megan, you look incredible.
I was just about to say the same thing. Now, don't get too comfortable. It's time to head over to Robin and Patrick as we play Wheel of Truth.
Spice it up with some audience responses, Alex.
Wheel of Truth.
That's right, it's that part of the show where we pit our celebs against each other to see if we can break them.
That's right, Robin. They're going to spin the wheel to pick a round, and it could be anything from box of flies to slap my face. They really have no idea what's in store.
So up first we have Jordan. Let's give it a spin.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, let's see what you've landed on. Okay, it's fact or fib.
Fact or fib.
Jordan, is it true that you've been known to order takeaway for a dinner party and pass it off as your own cooking?
It's one fucking time. One time.
Well, I think if that pie was anything to go by, you did them a favour.
Oh, not so fast there, Julia. Fact or fib? We've heard you've got a very interesting way of saving time during the laundry.
Oh my God!
Go on, why don't you tell us about it?
You absolute no, I can't. Okay, so don't judge me, okay? What I do is, oh God, I'm going to lose my job over this.
Oh, we're all friends here, come on.
Oh, okay. So I only have one bra, okay? And so one day a week I wash it, and on that day, I can't wear it.
No! Honestly, raise my taxes. We're clearly not paying you enough.
Come to my dressing room after the show. We'll sort you out.
Are you blushing, Patrick? Is all this talk of bras embarrassing you?
Blushing? I mean, I'm not blushing.
Blushing!
All right, come on then, you, Julia. Spin the bloody wheel.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. It's Guess That Face. I'm going to show you a picture and you simply have to guess that face. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Julia. Oh, who's that?
Oh my God!
Is that you?
Yes! Look, it was a very difficult time fashion-wise.
That hairdo is fucking hilarious.
No, don't. I think it's sweet.
The mullet is as popular now as it's ever been.
Oh, well, don't get too ahead of yourself there. Jordan. Who?
Oh.
Is this? Does that look familiar at all?
Wow! I'm glad I was getting fashion advice from someone who managed to make 7 look like 85.
Outrageous.
I look like I'm haunting the fucking place.
Right, we've got to move on. Jordan, let's have another spin. Let's have another spin.
It's my go time, you guys. Go on. I'm so keen. Let's go so much.
Well, you're in for a treat. Yeah. It's fact or fish. Okay. If you look under your podiums, you will find a lovely fish smoothie. Now, I'm going to ask you both a question, and all you have to do is answer it honestly, or else you'll have to drink the smoothie. Okay? Okay. Are you ready for the question? Yes. Here we go. Which of your esteemed hosts is the more talented one? Oh, what a cop-out!
Oh, is it? Oh, is it?
Fucking
Oh, we made it extra fishy.
I need my fucking mouth. Do you know how much these taste buds are worth?
Well, we've got time for one more quick spin, so go, Julia, go!
Julia, take a look in that box under your desk there. I think Lord Cheeks is trying to get in on the game. Bless him.
Julia, what have you got in that box? It's not cheese, is it?
Juggling balls? What am I supposed to do with these?
Well, give it a go for us.
But I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Come on. Do it.
I want to do it.
She's doing it. She's fucking doing it.
I have to say, unexpected. Wow. God, that was our game of Wheel of Truth, and my God, wasn't that fun?
Okay.
My God.
Wasn't it? But now it's time to head over to Megan in Crafty Corner.
That's right, you join me in Crafty Corner, where today I'm going to be ably assisted by Julia. Come on over here. Goodness me, I don't know how you're keeping your dinner down. I can still smell that fish.
Well, to be honest, I've had worse. I used to eat at Peter Clement's house.
Oh, well, I hope you've got your artsy hat on, because today we're going to be making something very close to my heart. It's our little studio. Look at that. Isn't it adorable? Oh. All of us there on the sofa.
Wow. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, is that all you in there?
Yeah, it is. If we can just get a little zoom in, there we are. Oh, I don't know about you, Julia, but I always leave my holiday shopping to the last minute.
Oh, every year. I do it every year.
Well, luckily these make amazing gifts. Shall we get cracking?
Oh, yes, please.
We're going to start with a shoe box here. And Julia, that's it. Grab those scissors. I just want you to get rid of this front panel here.
Perfect. Will do.
Are you big celebrators in your house, Julia?
Oh, yes. No, in my house we show our love through food, like big dinners, loads of drink.
Absolutely right. That's the best bit about any holiday. It's all that food.
This bit as well.
Absolutely right. Cutting along the line there. Do be careful with the scissors at home. Make sure you're being supervised
It's a bit
if you
tough.
are a child. There we go. Fabulous.
There we go.
Okay, so it's going to look a little something like this, and I've got one here I made earlier. We painted it with a bit of poster paint, white to match our lovely curtains here in the studio, but you can obviously have whichever backdrop you like.
Like a nice shiny gold number.
Well, exactly right. So we're going to make bits of our set now to put in the studio, perhaps a little desk. So I'm just going to grab this piece of card. I've just got it from a little cereal box packet. I think I'll give you this one, Julia. Shall I?
Thank you
There
so
you
much.
go. And all you need to do is cut along the lines there. Fabulous. So what's the best part of any Leaders' Day dinner, do you reckon?
I don't even have to think about it. Really? I love the 3 potato pie.
3 potato pie? I don't know that one.
You know, with the chips covered in the mash or wrapped up in a jacket potato. Is that just me that does that?
I don't know, but that sounds starchy. Well done, Julia. So now she's folding over a little bit there. What it's going to look like at the end is this little rectangular shape there. And we're going to pop it in the middle. Bit of sticky tape on the back there so it sticks down. Now we need a sofa. That's what we need next. We're going to make that out of a lovely paper cup. Having fun down there, knocking it all over.
I got one though, Megan.
Good, fantastic. We're just going to cut along the line here, down the middle. Exactly right. Then when you've done that, around the bottom and again around the top. Well done. When you're done,
there we go.
It's going to look a little something like this. And look what I've done there. I've stuck some felt down. Nice and comfortable sofas.
Yes, can't have our tiny Megan having an uncomfortable sofa, can we?
Absolutely not.
She'll be on the phone to her tiny agent and getting someone tiny fired.
Yeah. Well, there's only one thing missing, isn't there, Julia? What is that?
A higher calibre of guests.
Nearly. It's people. So all we've done to make our little people is we've stuck a cocktail stick into a bottle cap. We just need a face for that now. I've got a good one here. I know it well. It's me.
Lovely.
I'm going to stick it down there. A little bit of sticky tape. Oh, my felt's going everywhere. There we go. Oh, I'm a bit lonely. Let's take Robin and Patrick over. Sitting down on the couch over there.
There you go. And well, I'll make myself just comfortable just there. Yeah, there we go.
And these, of course, are all made and cut out of our favourite newspapers or magazines, so you can have any guests you like. Julia, is there anyone else you'd like in a studio?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm going to be playing Wheel of Truth with Ronnie from Heatrash.
Nice.
Yes, put that away. Yes, he's going to be teaching me choreography, and I'll be teaching him foreign policy.
And, of course, you can decorate them however you want. Perhaps you're a bit, I don't know, nostalgic for the old look of our studio. We've got the blue studio down there, or even a bit of retro red. I've got Sheila Quickstep being interviewed there by, sorry, that's not supposed to be.
I can't.
Well, we're out of
The
time,
sheer.
I'm afraid, Megan. It's time for a
This
break.
has to be
When we
seen.
come back, I'll be on the couch of chat talking to some of you, and I just cannot wait. We'll be back after these messages.
And we're out.
Alex, listen to me. I've seen what's on this footage twice. It needs to be broadcast. Nothing else matters. I'll try and get it queued up for you. Be ready.
Remember, you're coming with me.
For our safer streets
Our great cohesion,
and our brighter future.
we thank you. You took a chance on us in the uneven past.
Let's get set.
Just say
You stuck with us through the difficult present.
And now, we will stick with you
Forever.
in the new future. Advance.
That's 10
And
seconds.
A permanent arrangement
You're
for the
going in 5,
enrichment of all.
4, 3.
Welcome back to the Nightly Show. I'm Megan. Welcome back to the
And
Nightly
I'm
Show.
Julia
I'm Megan Wolf.
Salisbury. And I'm
Later
Julia
on, we're going to be
Salisbury.
unveiling an incredibly
Later on,
important
we're going
piece
to
of
be
music,
unveiling
but
an
first,
incredibly
it's time to
important
get
piece of
comfy
music,
here on the couch of chat.
Every night we sit down with our guests and put your questions to them. Tonight, our guest is Julia Salisbury. That's me.
That was my line.
So, if you want to join us here on the big couch for big chat, then all you have to do is call the usual number and you could be here with us in audio form.
So, guys, I was on my way to work today, driving along, and a huge song came on the radio. Let me be your toaster.
Oh, popped up as to say I love you.
Exactly. So I'm singing along, having the time of my life. The song ends and the DJ goes, gosh, a real golden oldie there. And at that moment, I just wanted to burst into flames.
Oh, but your ancient bones were just too dry.
No, guys, this is serious. Honestly, I think I'm too old for the music charts.
So tonight we're talking about what are you too old for? First on the line we have Simon Dempsey from Dallington.
Hi Julia, Simon here.
Hi Simon.
What are you getting too old for, Simon?
Bullshit.
Sorry?
Bullshit, bullshitting.
Oh, that is what you said. Okay, well, you couldn't be more obvious. Thanks, Simon.
Bye.
Yeah.
He's right though, isn't he? I find this all the time. It's getting harder and harder to play these games. I just want to shout, shut up to the cabinet ministers constantly.
I think we can all relate to that.
Does anyone else find themselves on dates wishing you could skip all the small talk and just get to the point?
Oh, don't call it that on my show.
No, you know what I mean.
Well, next up we have Paula from Stopford. What are you just too old for?
Oh, yes, I should think you probably are.
You're too old.
Well, I'm not quite there yet, but sometimes I'm up 14 times a night.
That's something to look forward to.
Thanks for your call, Paula.
I think I'd stop drinking liquids after midday.
Next, we should have Desmond on the line. Desmond, are you there? Desmond on the line. Desmond, are you there?
I want to know when we'll get our elections back.
Oh, sorry. Can we just cut him off? Next caller on the line is
perfectly fine. It's a perfectly legitimate question. Am I right in saying, Desmond, that you disagree with some of our policies?
Absolutely right. Yes.
Completely understandable, but are we not safer? Crime is down and we're healthier than ever.
That might be true.
Well, it is true. We're better educated, less likely to be in poverty, happier.
Yes, true. But we should be able to choose our own governments.
Oh, I agree with you completely. But the system can't be trusted. We still see that around the world, the elites living in the pockets of corporations, pushing their ideologies of division, hatred and greed. And we see the uninformed millions return them to power against their best interests again and again, seduced by the lie that they can be a winner of a game that they'll always lose.
Right. Well, thank you.
Perhaps there will be a time where you no longer need us, but sadly, it's not now.
Thank you, Desmond. Wow. Tomorrow on the show, we're thrilled to announce we'll have another new pet. We'll be asking you to send in your ideas for names, so get your thinking caps on. But before we go tonight, it's time for an important announcement. Julia?
Thanks, Megan. Well, as you can't have failed to notice, last year we asked you to send in your entries for the National Anthem writing competition. Well, our judge...
That's acclaimed film score composer Jonathan Williamson, of course.
Yes, Jonathan has been beavering away for the last 6 months listening to every single one of them. And I am pleased to announce that tonight we have a winner!
Yes, entries have flooded in from across the territories. And the standard this year has been incredibly high.
Some of you went for slightly off-centre ideas. So before we announce the winner, we thought you'd like to hear a few that didn't quite make the top spot, but which stood out in the judges' opinions nonetheless.
Exactly like this entry from 6-year-old Jenny Daisy Chain.
Julia is the best. You don't care what she is, but I care what she is. Julia is best. Julia is the best.
Bless her.
So cute. Is that it? I mean, I could have done better, frankly. It was too short, isn't it? Clearly. So.
Well, maybe you should have entered, eh, Patrick?
But you did, didn't you, Patrick? More than once.
48 times, actually. So,
Crikey, you put in 48 entries.
Well, I didn't win, did I? I didn't even get shortlisted for these extracts. So.
Well, there were a surprisingly large amount of entries, so try not to take it too personally.
Oh, I'm not taking it personally. I'm absolutely fine with it.
Next up is this runner-up from Mariah Oversing, who lives right here in the capital.
Yikes. What a powerful voice.
Yeah. That's a little bit indulgent, isn't it, really? I think someone needs to lend her a consonant.
Yes, Jonathan enjoyed the performance but felt it might not work in a choral context.
And it wasn't just soloists who entered, some of you banded together.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. Including this entry from the Arsminster Old Town Brass Band, which they called Harps for the People in B-flat minor.
Now. Wow.
Jonathan thought it was catchy but lacking in meaning.
That'd be all of my ones. I mean, it didn't even have any words, really, did it? So.
And finally, a special mention to a band called Throbbing Death Stick of Satan for this impassioned entry.
What's the fucking...
Crikey.
Yes, Jonathan was impressed with the passion and musical need to be of the piece.
Sorry, is this some sort of joke?
So don't keep us in suspense any longer. Let's find out who won.
Well, after 6 arduous months of shortlisting, Jonathan surprised us all by picking his own entry.
Oh, of course he did.
Which is entitled simply Anthem.
And joining us to sing it tonight is acclaimed classical singer Helen Judge.
Helen Judge.
Hi, Helen. Welcome to the Nightly Show.
It's an enormous pleasure to be here, Robin.
And you are a walking, talking example of how life begins at 30, I believe.
It would appear so.
Because not only are you one of the most respected choristers in the territories...
Gosh, that's incredibly kind.
But you are also author of Leaving Gregory, the autobiographical, best-selling piece detailing how you left your horrible husband to pursue your dreams. I've read it, and I've got to say, it's inspiring stuff. So good.
Gosh, thank you again. Yes, I just want all women to know it's never too late to wash those stubborn stains away and begin a fresh, new life.
And speaking of stubborn stains, do you ever see Gregory?
Oh, yes. Greg, come here. You see, once the book came out, he became pretty much unemployable. He begged for me back. I refused, of course. But I didn't want him lazing about all day, so I keep him as my assistant. To be honest, he's about as useful as a cardboard asshole. Oh, there you are. Where's the book? Oh, for God's sake. Do you think I called you out for your charm? Go and get the book, Greg. Go and get the book, Greg. This is why I don't pay you. This is why I don't pay you.
Gross, yes.
So I just wanted to give a special mention to the Capitol Symphony Orchestra, who perform on the backing track that we'll be using tonight, and to the Grizzleford Male Voice Choir, who provide the gorgeous harmonies you can hear in the chorus. And finally, I just want to thank Jonathan Williamson for writing such an inspiring melody, and for flying me out to his villa for the weekend so we could really explore the piece together from his hot tub. He even let Greg set up a tent in the grounds, didn't he, Greg? But it's too late. Moment's gone. But it's too late. Moment's gone.
Well, we have been practicing all day, so I think we might join in on the chorus if that's okay.
I'd be delighted.
I've queued it up on screen 3. This footage. I'm not going to lie, if you play it, there will be no undoing that decision. Advanced won't like it. Trouble will be a holiday destination in comparison to what we'll be in. But I think it's the right thing to do. Make your choice, Alex.
Helen Judge, everybody. Helen Judge, everybody.
We stand free of inequality, the good from all.
Alex, I trust you had your reasons, but that footage... If I didn't like you so much, you would be out that door in a heartbeat. But what's done is done, and now we have to live with your decision. I hope we can.
Forward unafraid, and thus I take your hand, as one we stand. Dignity, unity, togetherness in this land. Times undone, we stayed out of the sun. The wealth of all accrued to one, and fear and hate filled our overflowing plate. In the dark we'd wait, and then a crash, a storm, a brand new golden morn. Win again, begin again, this fine never-ending dawn. Dream, oh dream, the wonders you have seen, the place you are and whose you've been. This simple plan, the equality of man. Each gives all they can. So save your words of doom, leave your terror and your gloom. Educate, liberate, emerge from broken womb. We stand free of inequality, the good from all spread evenly. No lords, no slaves, we are tolerant and brave. Forward unafraid, and thus I take your hand, as one we stand. Dignity, unity, togetherness in this land.
Well, that's all we have time for tonight on The Nightly Show.
But before we go, one final thought. May I? The question I get asked the most often is, what gets me out of bed in the mornings? What keeps me motivated to do the best job I can? And the answer is always the same. It's you, the people, my people. On election night 6 years ago, my dearest friend, the late Peter Clements, told you all it ends today. And he was right. It was an end to struggle, an end to helplessness, an end to a life abandoned by the institutions set up to help you. In the uneven past, you were alone on a mountainside, but now the team has its arms wrapped around you. Like Like a mother, the team will hold you to its chest against the storms of life. Like a father, the team will keep a fire burning through the bitter nights. The team loves you. And the team knows what's best for you. And unlike a parent, the team will never abandon you. And you will be safe in our warm embrace until the end of time. My name is Julia Salisbury, and you're safe with me. Good night.
And we're out.
Great show, everyone. See you on Monday. Helen, we must talk.
Oh, of course.
Having a little do at the mansion, just a couple of 100 movers and shakers. You must come and perform.
So what happens now?
I agonised every morning about what to wear for school.
It's news to me.
Not all schools had uniforms back then, so I wondered what would
She's
best
never even been
show
a
off my
reporter.
emerging womanly curves.
But maybe they'll make you culture
After much
correspondent.
pacing, and I confess, a few tears,
Too soon. Let's go for a drink.
I settled on the zip-back, boxy pleated skater skirt in dark blue with white sweetheart blouse and the necklace Harry had given me when we'd met in the woods and I'd allowed him to frolic in my glade.
What about Bozeman?
It's an honest account
He's
of
supposed
my
to be my friend.
childhood.
I know.
Because in the new future,
They're going to
there's no need for secrets.
There was just so much injustice in the world, I
They want to get rid
realised.
of me, Jenny.
As Portia Hamilton Mann lured my best friend into the convertible her daddy had bought her for Easter.
Back when I was at school, there was a rule about a uniform. So all the drones would look like clones that they could miss.